Let's take a chat with a man who's also had to move outside of his home country and join an international team. Innocent's joining us now. Congrats on the win.
Hello, thank you.
Fantastic win. A lot of people talked about you as potentially a dark horse in this tournament, but not many people had you as the favourites to make the grand finals. So you've proved a lot of people wrong, but I guess it's probably impossible for you to say, but I get the feeling you guys thought you could do this all along.
Yeah, I think we were pretty confident coming into this event, even though this GeForce Cup in Poland was a big fluke from our side.
Right.
But before we played at the ECA LAN, and we basically dominated the whole event, and we practiced really hard, and our results in practice are awesome. So it's like we're super confident, and we knew that we're gonna get top 3 here. And winning the event is different thing, but we are happy that we are in the final now.
Yeah, it's going to be a good final, I'm sure, whoever you end up playing. What's it like for you personally, having sort of stepped outside of your national teams and playing with other players from the same country and now moving into this international team? How have you found that?
This is like, I think it's the best thing that ever happened to me in CS, because in Kingwin and past Kingwin lineups I had like the pretty bad role for me, and I was always like this ultra support player. So I couldn't really shine in that lineup. Maybe before you picked me, who I had a lot of freedom there, but after that it was like going worse and worse for me personally. And then they decided they will do the roster changes, and just looking at how they play right now and where we are with Penta, it's like insane feeling for me. Yeah, I imagine it's probably quite a warm, fuzzy feeling as well. We've got Thorin and Harry alongside. Thorin, you got any questions?
Yeah, I got a couple. So actually, I seem to remember when they were making what became this Dignitas lineup, when it was originally, it was known as like, you know, Jacob and Makalele's team. Weren't you actually one of the people who was like in discussion to potentially be on that team?
At first, Jacob asked me if I would be interested in making a team with Fox, him, and Makalele, I think. Okay. But it was just, you know, normal Facebook talk, so nothing was really decided. And stuff. It was just like the first proposition that something might be happening. Then we played some qualifiers with different lineups, but yeah, we couldn't really get it to work, and they were like pretty slow in the decisions. So basically they were testing, wanted to test me and HS, and then we just decided that if they don't answer us, then we will just sign for Penta, and it's working pretty well.
Yeah, so worked quite well against your team that you could have ended up being with.
Yeah, it's like awesome feeling now.
I bet.
So when you were in Poland playing with obviously like Lounge Gaming, Kingwin, etc., in that scene, obviously there's never been a Polish shuffle because that 5-man lineup in Virtus Pro just stays together forever. And so unfortunately those teams, the ones that you were in, the ones that were the e-battle guys, it seemed like all that happened is 1 or 2 players went back and forth between these 2 teams for years and years, and the whole storyline was always maybe one day someone can join Virtus Pro, you know, maybe it's Mihu or Manise or whoever. Is it kind of... Is it liberating to be out of that now and just to be seen as a player, and now the potential's unlimited, right?
Well, in the previous lineups of these different rosters of Polish teams, we always had like the problems that basically everyone was thinking, I think at least, that someday VP will do the roster changes and he might have a shot in there.
Sure.
And we basically never tried to play it as a real team, and they still struggle in that matter. And here in Penta, I have like the different vision of the game completely, and it perfectly matches my vision of the game as well. So it's like, yeah, it is indeed liberating, and it's like totally different experience to me playing in that kind of team. Even though at first I didn't think that we will get that far that we are right now after like less than 4 months together. So it's like. I don't even know how to describe that. It's like a super amazing feeling, and I just hope that we will keep moving forward.
Yeah, one thing I was going to ask is, you know, I was actually there at the GeForce Cup when you played there.
You mentioned it.
I know, yeah. and the thing I was going to say, you know, obviously you guys lost that one to Gatekeepers, I think it was, right? And that was on the very first day. Did that, you know, how did you kind of go about resetting from a loss, which, you know, you guys admitted that was kind of a disaster, right? Coming into this event, how did you reset from a loss that you knew you shouldn't have had? Because you didn't look like the same team as what we just saw.
Yeah, I actually don't know what happened. I realized that we have a lot of problems with teams that are playing like without any stratas, just like puck style. We prefer to play against teams that are like have at least some structure. So I don't know, they were just out-aiming at us at first, and I don't know, we just lost our confidence in this match. But after the game, we just told ourselves that it doesn't matter. It's just like the random tournament, and we just went there hoping that we will win it. but the main goal was obviously on minor. So we didn't even talk about this loss. We just talked like 30 minutes after the game, and then there was no subject to discussion.
Okay, well, that's good stuff. And I guess if you don't want to play a team with a pug style, you don't want to play Envy in the grand final then?
We actually kind of like to play against them. I don't know.
Cheeky.
They kind of fit to our play style.
It does? Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I guess you don't care right now, do you?
Yeah, it's
You've got your minor spot. You've moved on to the offline finals. You're guaranteed 15 or 30 grand in the grand final. I guess you don't care, do you?
Yeah, we have like the map advantage, I think.
Yeah.
At least it should be. So we are pretty comfortable with that, and we are not stressing or something. We know that only one map will guarantee us the victory in the whole tournament. So it doesn't really matter who will we face, because we feel at this moment like the best team at this tournament.
Okay, well, the bad news is you don't get a map advantage.
No.
We
will win anyway.
You start the veto, so you get a bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll decide that one.
It's still fine.
It's still fine. Okay, good. I'm glad. Have a nice rest this evening. Congrats today on a great day of Counter-Strike, and we'll see you again tomorrow in the grand final.
Thank you.